that.
Yeah.
And how was that dynamic at Saison?
Saison, at the time, all the cooks that were there were super talented. Everyone was like, came from good restaurants. It was very fast paced. It was very intense. There's such a level of integrity for ingredient there.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I fucking loved working at Saison.
See,
people talk mad shit about working there.
Oh, for sure. Maddie was like, fuck that place.
Yo, I personally loved working for Josh.
Yeah.
Because he's one of those fucking guys that is like, you're either fucking terrified or you have the balls to like go up to him and say hello.
Yeah, say what's up.
And then he'll respect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's one of those guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like,
because it's funny, when I met him at 12 Days, I was like, this fucking guy walks in this kitchen, doesn't say hi to anybody. Fuck him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and I got that vibe from him, but now I get what you're saying.
But yeah, he's one of those guys. Like, and I mean, the guy's crazy as fuck. He like fucking, he lived in a mountain in China, learning like ancient martial arts and shit. Speaks fluent Mandarin. He's like a hunter. He's just.
You got this homeless guy outside right now with a headband on made out of a fucking bathroom carpet. What is that thing? Only in Oakland. He's got a dog bowl of water too. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do.
I recognize that guy from my last job. He would like come around a lot, and he's like 100% crazy. He has this like crazy like voice, like talks like super froggy.
Yeah, okay. Like the guy from.
But the dude is,
as you can see, a jacket. He's got like a fucking big Satanist goat.
Yeah, the thing about that guy is that he's always dressed to the nines. He has like mad fashion.
Really?
Yeah, like I've seen him in like white like blazers and like it's fucking all dirty and shit, but he has like a tie-dye like, like I don't know where his closet is, but like he has more style.
Homeless style, baby.
He has more style than I do by far.
Do it up.
Yeah, but Josh is a legend, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like watching that guy cook, like pound for pound, like that guy who just like runs laps around people. His knife skills are hella fucking on point, and his palate's insane. And you just like watch him, grab a bowl, and he's got this like beautiful finesse. But at the time, he was like all weird and like big.
Yeah.
He's just
he's
like
skinny fat.
But he has so much finesse, and just like his palate's insane, and the food was just so fucking good.
Yeah,
like working at Saison was probably the tastiest food I've ever cooked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Did the menu change often?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was it was kind of like formatted always the same, where there was like a radish course, there was like there was a game, there was like there was ice cream always, there was brassica. I mean, there was 3 or 4 hearth items, like, so it was like hearth items, like vegetable, dessert. It was like pretty formatted already.
Yeah.
But all those things would switch up all the fucking
Dude,
time.
when they came for 12 Days, they broke our oven, our fucking Josper.
They broke the Josper?
Yeah, the Josper. They put so much wood in there and fucking fired that shit up. It was so hot that the thing expanded and our shelf would fall.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude.
So we were like, how do you break a Josper? Fucking Saison can.
Saison can.
Tell you what.
Fuck.
Like, and I worked the meat station, so after they leave, after 12 days is gone, I'm like trying to fucking fire meat. It's like falling in the ash. I'm like,
no.
what the fuck?
Fuck. Dude, but yeah, that restaurant was intense. I mean, that restaurant was intense, but just like I learned so much there about like taste. It was like taste was like number one thing there.
Got you. So everybody was just all day.
All fucking day. Like I don't know if you got to see Matt cook, but like, Matt goes through like a bane of tasting spoons every fucking like 15 minutes.
Yeah, is he just like...
Yeah, dude, yeah. I mean, I learned a lot about tasting through like Matt Kammer. Like he was always very particular about that shit. He's like, this vinaigrette's going to change in like 10 minutes. And I was like, shut up. And then he was right. And I'm an idiot. It was like that. It was like...
That's good.
Yeah, he was... Matt has a very sharp palate.
Yeah, man. I mean, I met him in fucking culinary school, dude.
That's crazy.
Like, we were freshmen, like, in the same dorms and shit like that. So, seeing where he is now, and I'm so happy he fucking made it. Because the rest of our class is a bunch of fucking schmucks. But,
Dude, that guy is
like every culinary school class has like one person.
Yeah, and he had his boy, Pat. Mm-hmm. Pat was making the breakfast up there for a little while. Last time I went to go eat there. So
no, I mean,
cool.
that restaurant's a dream, dude.
Yeah.
That place is badass. I've eaten there Twice.
Twice? Yeah.
I ate there for lunch, I ate there for dinner.
Oh.
Yeah, that place is sick.
I gotta have their breakfast, man. I gotta stay and have their breakfast.
Yeah, I stayed. I had the
breakfast.
Yo!
Yeah. That was what Pat was doing. Yeah. I didn't see them since college, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing a podcast." And he's like, "Yeah, come up." I'm like, "All right,"
Dude, yeah, I mean, Matt kills it, dude.
Yeah,
that place is a dream.
Yeah, I
got the farm and shit.
Yeah, what's funny is the old farmer from our farm at Meadowood is his farmer. Her name's Amy. Fucking shout out to Amy.
Fuck, man, that's amazing.
Dude,
so no wonder everything's already
I'm telling you, bro. If I was a young cook, that's where I'd be working.
Me too.
Yeah. And there's
anybody out there listening, Harbor House Inn.
That's where you work.
That's where you want to work.
If you want to be the best.
That's where you want to work.
All right.
100%.
After Saison, where'd you go?
Yeah, so after Saison, I ended up going to I got in a really bad car accident with two friends after Saison. Well, my ex-girlfriend and a good friend. We're going to grab burgers. Got hit by this people that were in a hit and run. They like smashed us on the side of the car. We like lost control of the wheel, hit this building. It was like really gnarly.
Yeah. Were you hurt?
Oh yeah. I had to get like shoulder. My rotator cuff was like broken.
Done.
So I had to get, like,
reconstructive surgery.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and then so for a while I ended up I had left Saison, and I ended up moving to Miami. After
rehabilitating?
Yeah. I got surgery in Miami.
Did that?
Because my parents were there, and like I ended up being taken care of by them and staying there because you can't move and shit.
Yeah. When you went through that accident and almost dying, did it change your perspective on anything?
No.
Okay. Heard that.
Yeah.
Because I had a life-changing experience for me. I almost died in this car accident, and I fucking changed my life. Completely.
I don't know, man. I just, like, I've never, it was just, I just wanted
You're like, fuck it, time off.
I was like, fucking time off.
Let me read some cookbooks.
Yeah, and like, it was just like, I was just lurking, and then while I was getting better, a friend of mine was opening up a friend of a friend from Mugaritz was opening an AC omakase, and I was just looking at the Instagram, and I was like, damn, like all the product just looks like pristine.
Fire,
Like, and I was just like, okay, cool, like let me reach out, and I ended up opening up an AC omakase with this guy in Miami. It was this thing called the taco stand. And you go in, it's a Mexican restaurant, and then in the back there's like a door with a code. You put in the code, and then you like access the AC counter. It's like super soigné.
No fucking way.
Like vintage champagne wine list and like burgundies and shit. Like it was like, and at the time he was interested in like my cooking, so I was like, he's like, oh, can you like put out like 3 or 4 dishes that are like kind of like izakaya style? I was like 100%. Like,
yeah.
So we were kind of collaborating on the menu. I would put out like hot dishes, and he would do like his nigiri thing.
Yeah.
And we're like crushing it. We sold out we put out reservations, and we like sold out for like the whole year. It was like there was no fucking bookings.
Got you.
It's crazy. Yeah, we're super popular. I did that for probably like 8 months. I told him I help it get open, but I hate living in Miami, so I was like, I gotta get the fuck out. And we're making big money there. Okay. Because it was like a team of 4.
Yeah.
And every fucking head count is like they're spending thousands of dollars because
wine,
and the ticket itself was like $300 something. And
good
then,
for you guys. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then the tips divided by 4, we're like doing well.
Oh, you guys served everything too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's all like just like
here you go. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Sushi chefs are.
They're making money. That's where it's at. Shout out to Chef Jackson. That guy's the shit.
Yeah, sushi chefs know what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
Then I helped them do that. Me and my ex moved back to the Bay Area because we would miss it here.
Yeah.
And my friend Adrian Garcia, who was the CC at Quince for a long time, was opening the Virgin Hotel, and he needed like a right hand in it, and I was like, yeah, I'll fucking do it with you. So we opened up the Virgin Hotel. It was like fucking semi fine dining ish, and then there was like 3 other levels, and we had to figure out like the mezzanine and the room service and the cafe and all this shit. So that was like a huge learning experience for me because I was like, just like I never have run anything at that level, where you're just like coming from fine dining, it's just like one menu, like there's like vegetarian options and vegan options or whatever, but it's not like 4 or 5 restaurants in a building. So I helped him open that, and then was there, I don't know, a couple months helping him do that, and then Verjus popped out. I didn't really want to work there because some reasons, but I met the chef, David Meyer, who was a chef at In Situ, and I really fucking liked him, and we ended up working together, and we were just creating, like small dishes, like a lot of really classic French food.
Yeah.
Like we were doing, bourre noir, pomme puree, like PTVAs, like all kinds of charcuterie stuff. Like, It was pretty sick.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what was your position there?
I was sous chef. I was sous chef at first, and then I became exec sous.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point in your career, are you like, I need to be the chef of my own place, or are you kind of like, I'm still learning, I'm still kind of flowing through it? There's not really that desire to be the boss. Like, I'm just learning.
I felt the need to just express my own vision of what I feel like a restaurant should be. It was like I just felt this need to put myself out there.
Yeah.
And I didn't find any place here that was doing something like what I was thinking, and so brought it to life.
Word up.
While traveling in Europe, in France, my favorite places to eat at were places where the food's fresh and it's interesting, and all the wines were tasting better. At the time, I had no idea what a natural wine was.
Yeah.
But I started realizing, oh shit, those wines that were the good wines over there, those were the natural wines.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, I just gotta bring those two things together. And I've been learning about wine for years now, and it was just there's, you just have to connect the two, because I think that cooks don't teach us, and we take it for granted, is wine. It's just as important as the
of course
that you're putting on the table,
any beverage.
Yeah, exactly. Any beverage. It's just an insane amount of farming goes into it, an insane amount of thought for organics and regenerating soils and all these things that you start learning about when you go help people in vineyards and shit. It's so much hard work.
For sure.
It's also the underpinning of the economics of restaurants is if without the markups on wine and beverage,
you ain't making no money.
Yeah, the whole thing falls apart.
So
it's it is interesting that there are so many cooks who are opening up their own restaurants because that's obviously the goal.
Yeah.
And then
they have no idea.
Unless they're Andres, who took an interest in it and kind of pursued it and sort of started to teach himself and started to ask questions. But I've seen lots of people go into it, they just don't have any understanding of that whole side of the equation, which is it's important, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah, nowadays I read more about wine, and I'm more interested in wine than than food now.
Than food, yeah.
Yeah, it just became a huge thing for me.
Really? What are we drinking on here? What is this?
That's 100% Claret. It's from 2013. Emilia Heredia was the winemaker of Le Ver de Poets in the Loire, France. And now he moved to this volcano.
His fucking wine guys are ridiculous.
And they're fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, and I moved to this near volcano where his grandma lives. And, now he's making this stuff.
Fucking delicious.
It's crazy.
God damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's it smells and tastes like bruised apples.
When I went to France this last time, that was when I really got into natural wine. Because every wine bar there is a natural wine bar.
Yeah,
it's
that's where the real movement started. And, obviously French is and arguably the most influential wine making country in the world. So it's it didn't take long for now it's a worldwide thing. It's every wine producing region in the world you can find people who are at least if not doing purely natty stuff, trying to move things in that direction.
Gotcha.
But Paris is the heart of it, in the Loire Valley, and Beaujolais. It took a little while to get here, but now it's now LA, New York, there's so many cities a lot of the big metropolitan areas here. It's becoming more and more of a thing, especially as people trying to start to understand it and also realize that it's a less pretentious way of getting into wine. It's not. It doesn't have to be about it's from this established chateau. It's from this specific.
It's like the hipsters of wine right now.
Yeah, it is. But it's funny because it's natural wine was. Wine was always natural until after World War II, like industrialized agriculture took over.
Got you.
And then they started making just ginormous batches of fucking wine to get the price to be like, $6 a
Nothing.
bottle in a corner store.
Yeah.
But these people are allowed to put up to 150 ingredients in a fucking bottle of wine.